Hello, everybody. This is Preet. Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. As usual, you do. Today is day 7 out of the 10 go lives I am doing. And today is a very special day for me. I'm very honored and happy to interview Kim, who's from Calgary, Airdrie, Calgary. And she is joining us live, and we are going to be asking her about her journey to become a digital business owner. So let's welcome her, and then she will introduce herself. Welcome, Kim.
Hi, thanks, Preet. I appreciate you having me on today. It's an honor. Yeah. Like Preet said, I am from just outside Calgary, and I'm a mom. I am a wife, and I have been running my own online business for just over three and a half years now.
That's great. And I think that's one of the things I really appreciate is the collaboration we have. And it's not about, hierarchy at all. It's all about sharing our knowledge and expertise and help each other. And that's the best thing. So without taking too much of the time, I'll just go ahead and ask my first question. What were your struggles before you joined the digital business, or you started the digital business?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I'm a health professional and have had a really great career actually, and very rewarding. Loved it, but over the years, moved into a management leadership role and was, at a period of time in the organization that I was with that was going through a lot of change, and it just became, there comes a lot of stress and pressure in that kind of a position at times. I was doing a lot of traveling, trying to juggle work life and home balance was difficult, and always felt that there was a pull to, always be working. And, I was working 50, 60 hours a week easily, most of the time, or all of the time. And a lot of the time work took priority over my family, and it just became sort of the natural tendency or expectancy in my household. Uh, and not a good feeling. There was a lot of times where I, would be at a sporting event, might take the time off to go to take my daughter to a dance competition, for example, and would find myself off in a corner with my phone or my laptop and being pulled into a fire that had to get put out and missing missing the competition.
Yeah.
And that is not a proud moment as a mom. And just the fact that that's where my priorities lie, or the felt that I needed them to be there, was not a great feeling. And there was a period of time, I was in an accident and went through quite a bit of recovery that really nobody I worked with, or even friends or family, really weren't aware of. That was very difficult, and finally got to a point where it was very hard to balance that work-life balance and to put in a lot of those hours and have that stress. And I just got to a point where I felt like I needed a change, something different. And so, that's sort of where I was.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
know, yeah.
Our kids will remember that. Like, oh, my mom was always busy. Like, they remember those things. Like, if you're not a part of, because for them, those moments are very special. They're so proud to show it to you, especially in
Yes.
competition, like you said. And it breaks your heart too. Like, oh my God, I really wanted to see that. So you feel torn between your career and your family life. So in that sense, this becomes as a blessing because there's so much flexibility when you jump on the digital space. So thank you for sharing that. So I'm pretty sure you touched on it. So that's how you decided to join. And how was that journey? How did you start the business? How did you find it?
Yeah, and partly on sort of building on that, my husband is at a point of very near retirement in the next, couple of years. And, you know, we want to travel more. We want to be spending our summers at the lake, and that's really where we wanted to be. And I don't have the pension. I really don't want to be working for another 15 years. And so we wanted something that would give us that ability to start a business that we could take control of and be our own boss, and have that have that ability to have that for ourselves. And so we actually went down the road of looking at franchises. So we actually, the big Tim Hortons, if you're from Canada, everybody knows Tim Hortons, and a few other big names that we went through the application stages. And, we're very serious looking at, what that was going to look like for us. And, also then had to step back because we started to say, what are we doing? Because we want to travel more. We want to spend, longer vacations, going places, traveling places. And soon started to really, as we analyzed it, realized all we were going to be doing with a franchise was buying ourselves a more than full-time job.
I couldn't agree more. I had ran a franchise for 2 years. I won't name the franchise, but speaking from experience, you have no life. You can't travel.
Exactly. You have to be available 24 hours, 7 days a week.
You
right?
are it. Yeah.
Exactly, right. And that you're in it for the long haul, because it's often, at least a good 5 years before you see a return on investment. So so there was actually a point, and I wasn't even looking, I just stumbled across, the online option. And as I got looking at it a little bit more, for me, it was a perfect fit, because what I came across was something that was like an online franchise. It had all the systems in place, automation in place, it had branding in place, web pages. It had everything. All I needed to do was just sort of plug in and follow the steps and follow the model, because that's what I was looking for, or we were looking for, was a proven model. And so it was actually the perfect fit, because I'm actually still working. And so, the automation is key, because my business runs for me 24/7, and I might spend a couple hours a day, in off hours working on my business. And that's the great piece. So, for us, when we retire very soon, we have a business that's operational and it's running, and, we can travel with it, and we don't have to worry about being, doors open, physically open, storefront going, all the time. And in this day and age, that's pretty important, because there's so many businesses that have had to shut their doors, right?
Exactly. Like what's going on right now in the world, it's really so kind of accommodating the way our business run. And, on top of that, automation, the plug-in and play system. So you don't really have to reinvent the wheel. It's already there for you.
Yeah.
So I'm also very grateful for that. And the flexibility, right? No more missing competitions and all of the good memories we want to make with our family, definitely. So what's the biggest change you have seen?
I think for me, the biggest change is just, and this is more of a personal thing. It's the comfort of knowing that I have a business in place running. And so when I make that transition to that, it's already established and it's running and it's portable. It goes wherever I go. And so, we're already, we were before things shut down, but planning more trips and things like that. We spent almost 2 months from our lake lot working this last summer, and I had that ability to actually run my business from there, which was really fantastic. So that's been a huge piece. I talk a little bit about the franchise, and a return on investment often takes several years. And the great thing with an online business, if you're getting into the right kind of business, I was getting a return on my investment within 3 months, and haven't looked back for the last 3 years. Easily making always 4 figures a month, and doing this part-time, right? And and that's what's key. So many people are just looking to make a few $100 extra a month, or $1,000 a month, or maybe way more, right? But for me, that's been great, because it's a viable business that's working, it's generating revenue, and I know that it's a business that is ready for us when we're ready to retire, what kind of retire.
I know, it's almost like you're retired, it's almost like you're running it as a hobby. But I think that's a very good point you brought up, Kim, is, and even when people decide to join the business, it's not a quick, rich thing, right? You got to plug into the system, you have to learn, but all the learning is there for you with all the support we can provide, and then you can have your results. Your goals are not far, like they're within your reach.
Yeah.
we want to say. And today is actually a great day because it's Tuesday, so we're going to have our live webinar in 5 o'clock PST. So if anybody wants to learn more and get the information for free, go ahead, go to my website, puretel.ca, and you can watch it live or catch the replay. So thank you so much, Kim, for coming on and sharing all your experience and how you found the business and how beneficial it has been for you. So that's really great for everybody to hear on my page. So I thank you so much for coming on. Anything else you want to add before we end this video?
No, thank you. I think that was really nice. I appreciated the opportunity. I think my biggest thing is that, you know, so many people these days are looking for something, right? It might be a plan A or a plan B or a plan A, right? Some people have been forced out of work and are looking for something as an alternative. And so, you know, doing your due diligence is important, and really looking to see what's out there, because you want an option that you are not building from scratch and you're reinventing the wheel. You know, you want something where there's systems in place, there's automation, there's training and support, and that's important.
Definitely. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Stay tuned. Well, I'll be back tomorrow with my 8th day of going live. And so now we'll take our leave. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kim. Bye, everybody.
Bye.